Hi everyone! This time I would like to talk about narrative text. I'm pretty sure that many of you have already known what narrative text is, right? Okay, what we are going to learn today are first, the definition of narrative text, and then we will talk about the genre structure and linguistic feature of narrative text, and after that, we will take a look at the example of narrative text. Alright, so what is narrative text? A narrative text is an imaginative story to entertain the reader. A narrative text could be legend, myth, folktale, fable, and fairy tale. For example, the stories that are familiar to us are such as Indonesian folktales and legends, such as Malin Kundang, Roro Jonggrang, and etc. And there are also some stories that really famous in the world, such as Cinderella, Beauty and the Beast, The Sleeping Beauty, Snow White, and many more. Now, let's continue to the generic structure of narrative text. Generally, there are only three parts, which are orientation, complication, and resolution. But there is also one optional part called coda or reorientation. Let's discuss every part starting from the orientation. This part is about the opening of the story, in which the characters of the story are introduced. The second part is the complication. It is where the problems in the story are developed. The last part is the resolution. It is where the problems in the story are solved. For the coda, it is optional because the lesson from the story can be included in the story explicitly, or it can be only an implicit message. Now, we come to the linguistic features of narrative text. First, it is using past tense verb. It could be the simple past or past perfect. It is also using adverb of time, like once upon a time, one day, long time ago, and etc. Narrative text is also using time conjunction. For example, when, then, after that, and many more. It is also using action verbs, such as hit, walked, went, killed, and many more. And then, the last, it is using direct speech to make the story more alive. Alright. Now, let's see the example of narrative text. Here I took the example of Indonesian legend Telaga Warna. It is about how Telaga Warna Lake was formed. Okay, now let's take a look at the text. The first paragraph is the orientation. It introduces the characters of the story. There are Prabu and the Queen, which had not got any children, and after Prabu prayed to God, they finally got a daughter. And then the second paragraph is the complication, in which the problems of the story were developed. It talked about the princess that grew up into a bad person. When she celebrated her 17th birthday, she refused the gift from her father and mad at him. The last paragraph is the resolution. It is where the problems were solved. When the queen saw the princess could do such cruel thing, she cried. Everybody cried, and even the earth cried. And suddenly the world was formed into a lake that has many colors, which believed it comes from the princess' necklace. After having a look at the example of narrative text, now let's try to analyze the linguistic feature of the legend of Telaga Warna. First, it is using past tense verb. Here we got was, got, went, made, gave, celebrated, and many more. And then it is also using adverb of time, such as long time ago, a few months later, one day, and etc. It is also using time conjunction, then and suddenly. It is using action verbs, for example when, gave, celebrated, through, and etc. And then the last, it is also using direct speech, which are the things that have been said by the characters. I think that's enough for now. I hope this video could be useful for everyone. Thank you and see you.